We have now crossed over into Oregon. That's how they say it. Being from the East Coast, I say Oregon, but apparently it's spelled Oregon, so we'll now say Oregon. So we're still on the 101, or the Pacific Coast Highway. Apparently it's only called the Pacific Coast Highway in California. It's just called the 101 here. Who knows? Anyways, that's the Pacific Ocean. So I'm gonna call it the Pacific Coast Highway because that's a highway and that's the Pacific Ocean, thus making this the Pacific Coast Highway. So, this is nice. It's definitely less traveled so far. When we were driving up through, or from LA to San Francisco area, it was packed. There was a lot of traffic. There really hasn't been much traffic. I mean, it's definitely not empty. You can hear the cars that are going by. It's definitely not empty, but you know, there's no traffic jams, none of that stuff. But it doesn't seem like this road has been built as a scenic highway. It seems like it just happens to be a road that's built next to the ocean, whereas the one in California seemed to have been built for the scenic enjoyment. Like it was literally put there on purpose for folks to drive it to enjoy the scenic, you know, the scenic pleasure of, you know, actually driving that road. This just happens to be a way to get between coastal towns, in between, you know, the towns that are on the coast. So I don't know if that's true or if that's just an observation. I have no idea. But that just seems to be my early initial observation. We've only been in Oregon about 45 minutes now, so I'm not sure. But irrespective of all that, this is beautiful. And we're gonna keep driving and go to a restaurant and get that's famous up there, and get some smoked salmon clam chowder. So I'm from New England, raised in New England, so you know, obviously we do New England clam chowder. So this should be very interesting. Some smoked salmon clam chowder. So this should be, or smoked salmon chowder, something. It should be very interesting. We're gonna drive. How about the fence here?